Pisces, greetings and welcome to my 12th house traveler. This is your reading for the month of September 2020. This is a great mirror reading, essentially. The great mirror is a 9 card spread that will help bring in the apparent visions, transparencies, as well as illusions that may be around you and your significant other. I'll be going into several levels, the conscious, subconscious, and the unconscious realm, uh, dealing with essentially the collective karmas, or perhaps the apparent portrayals that you might be casting upon each other. Okay. Also, the mirror between you two. So essentially, what you guys are mirroring, what in all reflects, and how this reading can possibly guide you towards some sort of understanding, clear understanding with you and the object of your affection. I'll be working from several decks, and also there will be an extended available for you at a small donation. The link will be sent to you by email. You can find me in my About section for that email. Right. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll be working from 3 different decks today. My smaller decks, these are small but very potent decks. Allow yourself to please relax, clear your mind, and we'll go ahead and get started. Timestamp should be around the 3rd minute marker for the actual beginning of the reading, so you can go ahead and skip forward if you like. So, along with the Great Mirror, I'd like to open up with a small karmic flow. This is essentially the bridge, and the bridge allows me to see, or perhaps us to see, essentially a path that you may be walking in the month of September. The bridge will begin soon, and essentially it's leading up to something that you may choose to walk or to follow, or to perhaps burn in terms of the bridge's energy. Bridges can be burned. They can also be repaired, built, all that jazz. Okay. 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 So you are essentially, my dear Pisces, especially with the energy of Virgo going on, there's something about you that is coming into a method, and behind this is stability, as well as a type of steam or pressure that is building up behind you. Okay, this is building up and it's overflowing in some sort of way. This has to do with your core creative energies, that of fire, and essentially it's bringing into, in the most creative way, anything that you so deem fit. Okay, when it comes to a situation in love, there is a possibility you are moving forward towards something new. Someone who's going to bring you a great deal of truth as well. They might have a cold demeanor to them. This person is looking forward towards essentially meeting you halfway. They're coming from a place of stillness. You are coming also from a place of stillness that is a type of liberation from any sort of fears or anxieties that you may have had in the past. This is going to be a very passionate connection. The bridges are, they can be walked both ways. So someone is coming to you, they see you as essentially someone who is bringing a great deal of wisdom through fire for them, some sort of inspiration. You represent inspiration as they represent truth in some sort of way, okay? I think it's a very pure connection, one based on the foundation of you coming into power with the 3 Queens energies here, combined with the 4 of Pentacles. So essentially there's a structure. There's something about you that is solidified, and there's a backbone if you will, that you have, that is based and it revolves around your love as well as your passion and also your stability. There will be a choice to be made to essentially either return to something from the past, definitely from the fourth to the eighth, something that you were trying to understand and negotiate the emotional context with, but then you fell out of it. There also is some sort of departure from it completely, but also potentially a return. If you return, there's a sense that it's a little bit unstable, but there is a possibility to find some sort of balance that will lead to the Ten of Cups. Okay, very interesting. This person is a truth bringer, though, in the immediate future, or at least in September. Look for those who are wise, and they will bring you a sense of clarity of mind, especially. Okay. There also could be some sort of challenge to essentially go with one passion or the other. You're dealing with many different energies in this month, and it's being wedged in between. Essentially, a type of healing process. The Ten of Cups is coming in strong for you guys, which is a nice card to have. Right. So let's go ahead and begin the Great Mirror. Remember to look for those who are wise in this month. Okay. And the clear-minded, the wise. They can be a little bit cold, detached, but they will bring you something. Either a sense of health or good well-being. Through their own detachedness, they can show you what it means to have real fire in a way. Or they can take something, they can get the heat out of you, they can bring the fire out of you if you have too much of it, which is potentially a good thing. Okay. Yeah, interesting. There's a type of glory that may be approaching you, but it involves a type of reversion or reform of something you've promised either to yourself or to another. Yeah, purgation is here, some sort of releasing of the Six of Cups energy is potential. Ill fate is also here. Okay, so this deck is ready. Okay, this is you. This is you as it pertains also to the object of your affection. This is them. Okay, there's a lot of stubborn energy here, but they mean to bring you something very intense. They're trying to get over or heal something from the past. I'm sorry if that's a little bit too small. Let me get some more light in here. Yeah, it's decent. It's a bit dark still, but whatever. Yeah, that's better. So, my dear Pisces, there's a possibility that that you are holding back something, or you've taken from this connection something, or perhaps there was a small offer towards you in some way, but it wasn't enough to actually fit the bill when it comes to some form of chemical transaction or chemical revolution in terms of your connection with this person. It may be a bit premature or immature in some sort of way. But there it is. I mean, the Page of Pentacles and the Death card in the reverse. Some sort of passage or rite of passage is here. You're trying to move away from it, or there is a type of hidden desire, a hidden sort of chemical connection with this person in some sort of way, repressed deeply, and consciously you might know this. They might also see this as well. There's some sort of transaction that's supposed to occur, but out of it, like, you're not totally embracing that change, and because of such, there's something that you are either saying to stay away from, or perhaps you're offering something to the external world that has to do with your inner child, or perhaps something that has to do with the idealization of what pentacles are for you, what they serve as, okay? Also here, on the subconscious realm, um, there is a reversion of this, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, along with her hidden sort of pentacle here behind her back. There's something about what you want to bring into this situation that has to do with no longer giving or perhaps nurturing in a certain way. Your loyalties lie elsewhere. It's very interesting. It's as if you are connected in some sort of way, but you don't want to be. Um, it's very strange because on their end, what they have essentially is the Ace of Cups combined with the Queen of Cups, the Queen giving the Ace of Cups towards your direction, having to do essentially with the Two of Cups energy. They're promising something very fitting, at least in terms of the emotional realm, the 4, the 8, and the 12th houses, okay? Scorpio is strong here as well as, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Scorpio. Fixed conditionality, but also the permeation of some very deep and intense love, okay? Now, the reason for your no longer being loyal to this or something about it, it's like you're trying to make a choice and there's an emotional connection that you aren't really feeling right now. You don't want to feel it, you'd rather feel healthy, something like this. And the more you go into the emotional undercurrents, they're too deep and you're trying to transform them or at least go through them. But there's a lot of resistance to this. There's a lot of hard callousness inside of you, numbness perhaps, which is quite interesting. At the same time, on a conscious level, they're dealing with a type of shift, a new shift with Avita here in the reverse. Something about their actions, about this Empress in reverse also has to do with some sort of non-growth or non-fertility. Something about them is quite dry as well, and they're looking for a change. Maybe perhaps you are also looking for a change. Maybe perhaps the situation has just lost its sort of wheels, okay? And something needs to occur here, especially between you. Both of you are seeing this situation as a bit indicative of the times. The year of the rat, essentially, is that of the first Chinese symbol of the zodiac. The rat was able to ride the shoulders of the ox into doing its bidding, and therefore it won the race in terms of the zodiac. So it's a very clever, survivalistic, primitive sign that's based on primitive drives, and winning at any cost. Believe me, I know I'm a rat. I'm in the year of the rat. And there's something about it too, the Seven of Rods, some sort of conflict. There's conflict here that cannot be resolved, change that needs to occur, some sort of growth that needs to occur, some sort of birth that needs to occur, but it's not. So it's very difficult. This person wants to change it though. They want to earn their grace somehow, earn the shield that they have that represents some sort of promise of sensuality, of freedom, of goodness, of words, graciousness. They want to appear graciousness. There's a lot of major arcana action that's going on their side as well as your side on the conscious level. So major changes are occurring, but they're hidden, they're subtle. So you guys have to pay attention to that. Also, between both of you, there's also on the magical realm, the subconscious realm here, El Puro Pelorino, which is Portuguese, I believe. Is Portuguese? No, this is Spanish. Pelorino o Pelorino could be. I think it's Portuguese. El O Pelorino is essentially the hanged man. So the fellow that cannot really reach out. This is your card as well, Pisces energy. There's something about you that both of you are working on to co-create some sort of like, it's strange. It's like both of you are looking for the spiritual connection. It's being provided in some sort of way. There's a lot of material things that are not serving here, either side. It's mostly an emotional connection, but it's very much suppressed or depressed in some sort of way. The hanged man being here is also quite challenging, considering many things. One of them or two of them being the challenges of essentially having proper boundaries set, you versus them, meeting each other and trying to understand through the negotiation of peace as well as of the primordial spark what exactly the communication is here. What are you guys trying to say to each other? But a lot of things remain unsaid in some sort of way. They're emotionally felt in another. Secretly, I think you're also devoted to this energy. There's something about it where you're returning to something that you've left in the past. This could be a past person. If it is a great deal of suppression and flexibility is required in order to understand the emotional context, which is very deep in this connection. Now, on the unconscious realm, this person represents a great connection for you. One of the Six of Cups. There's something faded about the connection, how you guys met. This person is constantly also trying to let go of certain things that have been fighting against the connection. And essentially, there's a lot of like pain or something about the understanding of love through pain that is here, but it's very suppressed. It's very deep down inside, very, very, very suppressed. But somehow they still get off on some of the painful aspects that have to do with the emotions and the loss aspect of things. Like if they've lost you because you've had to walk away, they may see you as being disloyal in some sort of way, but trying to repair something in terms of your own mental or physical stability. Very important here, as well as they are also feeling through this connection that they've lost their vision, they've lost their path, or perhaps lost something in terms of what they can bring into the world, especially do so in a gracious way that is based on materiality, but also the fluidity of thoughts that are theirs exclusively. Now, on your side, forever there is like a cycle here that has to do with beginnings, beginning. They live in nostalgia. You live in sort of tomorrow or the next day, the immediate next, sort of day. Something about you is trying to find some sort of stability. There's hesitancy in returning to what has happened here, especially because in the center card, this connection essentially defines through your energy the mystery of the 12th house, compassion, unconditional love, everything versus nothing, everything that is abstract, yet there's some sort of clarity in knowing that nothing is, essentially real. There's something very esoteric about the 12th house, and through this connection, you're learning a bit more of that. And therefore, there is a sort of like cyclical return to such an energy, and you find that there are ways to forward the moat, to understand the challenges. You do so also through the self, through the first house. You understand through the connection, even though you may have to leave it regularly. Something about the emotional undercurrent that is quite inspiring for you, and you also symbolize someone who can be quite inspiring. Or conspiring. There's something about it. Some sort of secret here is also linked to all of this energy, having to do with the Cancer and the Moon's energy. Loyalty is also here. Something about transgressing fear or transgressing illusion, transcending fear or the illusions, transcending illusions, getting over the illusions of certain things. Okay, the King of Swords is showing up again. It could be that the bridge that showed up earlier with the King of Swords, there's some sort of narrative that you're having with them. Remember that there's some sort of tendency for you to try to protect and be healthy, but at the same time, this connection symbolizes the Seven of Cups energy, which is hidden here, but I'm seeing it as essentially the illusions of such things as truth. There could never be, for example, in the philosophy of Pisces, a singular sort of objective polar truth, one that is based on right or wrong. And because of such, the King of Swords can challenge this in a very heady way, but then always with every word, there's the context of never really reaching the fundamental truth that is trying to be understood. This connection represents that. Some of the illusion or the Maya or like the the realm of the secret comes out. And also, there's a connection here very deeply tied to the soul energy of unfinished business being returned to. And this person loves you a lot, whomever they are or whatever they are. So I would give it credence. There is a type of old school nature to this love that has to do with conditional aspects and understanding love through pain as well as through confusion. Okay, the delirium of love is here. It's written all over it. Now, I'm gonna go through this person's intentions in the extended. You're welcome to join me. Otherwise, this was already a quite profound reading. If it resonated, whatnot, take what you will, and please subscribe or make a like. I respect you, so if you would like, I'm open to any form of correspondence or perhaps readings that we can do together. They will be pre-recorded and can be available to you within 24 hours of transaction of payment. Also, the extended will be available as a link, a private link, so you can just email me for that with a donation. That's donation based. So thank you very much, and be well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like I said, I'm going to the extended for some more in-depth on the intentions and the feelings of this person. Thank you. Bye-bye.